Hello dear students, I am Dr. Chandrakala HT. In this video, under the topic network layer, I will be teaching you the concepts of IP addressing and two types of address classes, class A and class B. IP addressing is one of the major responsibilities of any network layer in the OSI model. The network address of any node is generally logical, that is, it's a software-based address. A host, which is also called as an end system, will have one link to the network so that it will get connected to the network. The boundary between the host and the link is known as interface. So each host will have one interface. Similarly, router is also a device which works in the network layer. Router is different from the host in one way, that is, it has two or more links which connect to it. So the host will have only one link, whereas router will have two or more links to connect it. When a router forwards a datagram, it can pick any of these links, any one of these links. It has multiple links, it will route the datagram packet on any one of these links. The boundary between the router and its links is known as interface, and router will have multiple such interfaces, one for each of its link. Each interface is capable of sending and receiving the IP packets. IP stands for Internet Protocol. So Internet Protocol is one of the main protocol in the network layer which performs IP addressing and routing of packets. So each interface can send or receive IP packets. So each of these interface should have an IP address. So whenever sending and receiving has to happen, addresses are very important. Each interface will have a unique IP address as per the network layer. IP address is 32 bits long, that is, it's 4 bytes long, and it's represented in dot decimal notation, where we separate each byte of the IP address with a dot in decimal form, separated by a period or dot. An example IP address looks like this: 193.32.216.9. So in this picture, you can observe a router which has 3 interfaces, and it has connection to 3 LANs: LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3. Each of these LAN will have its own hosts. For example, LAN 1 connects to 3 hosts, A, B, C. LAN 2 connects to D and E hosts. LAN 3 connects to F and G host. So you can observe each host will have its own IP address. So the host connected to LAN 1 will have addresses 223.1.1.1 for A, 223.1.1.2 for B, similarly .3 for C. So the first 3 bytes are common for all hosts in LAN 1, only the last byte is changing. Similarly, even for hosts connected to LAN 2, that is D, E, F and G. For LAN 2, the first part of the IP address says 223.1.2, and it's common for both D and E, and there is a change in the last byte. D has 1 and E has 2. Similarly, F has an IP address 223.1.3.1, whereas G has 223.1.3.2. So here, there are 3 interfaces in the diagram for the router, and they are labeled as 1, 2, and 3. And each router interface will contain its own IP address. And each host will contain its own interface, and each interface will have its own IP address. All the interfaces attached to LAN 1 are having IP address in the form 223.1.1. that is XXX, which is going to change depending on host. For each host, this is different. And interfaces attached to LAN 2 and LAN 3 have IP addresses of the form 223.1.2. and 223.1.3. respectively. The IP addresses contain two parts. The first part is made up of the first 3 bytes of the IP address. It specifies the network address. And the second part, which is the last 1 byte of the IP address, will specify the address of the host in the network. Now coming to the address classes. So as I just told, an IP address is 32-bit long, and it will generally have 2 parts: network ID, which represents the network address, and it decides the number of networks which can be supported by the router. And the second part indicates the host ID, which represents the host address, and this decides the number of hosts which can be connected to the router or to the network. There are 5 subclasses of IP addresses: class A, class B, class C, class D, and class E. These classes vary in the number of bits used for network ID and host ID, and indirectly they vary in terms of the number of networks and number of hosts they can support. So you can observe in this picture, in class A, the network ID part is only 1 byte long, whereas host IDs are given in next 3 bytes. So 24 bits are used for host ID, 8 bits are used for network ID in class A. So this can support more number of hosts compared to networks. In class B, 2 bytes are used for network ID and 2 bytes are used for host ID. So here both of the number of nodes and hosts which can be supported by class B addresses is equal. In case of class C, 3 bytes are used for network ID and 1 byte for host ID. Naturally, the class C addresses are useful to support more number of networks and less number of hosts on these networks. The class D addresses, they're specially used for multicast or multicasting. Multicasting in the sense sending a single message to multiple hosts at a time. So class D is used whenever we follow multicast routing in order to utilize it for multicast addressing. And class E is reserved for special purposes. So basically, the class of the IP address is helpful to determine the number of bits used in the class, number of networks, and number of hosts available in that particular class. So let's see class A in detail. In class A, the IP address is assigned to those networks that do not contain a large number of hosts. The network ID is only 8 bits long, whereas host ID is 24 bits long. And in class A, the first bit in the high order bits is always going to start with 0. The first octet or the first byte, octet means 8 bits. So a byte, octet, both mean the same. The first bit in the first octet will always start with 0. That's an indication that the address is a class A address. And the remaining 7 bits in the first octet are used to determine network ID. And 24 bits are used to determine the host ID in any of the network. Hence, the total number of networks which can be supported in class A is 2 power 7, which is equal to 128 network address. Class A can generate 128 unique network addresses. Hence, it can support 128 networks. The total number of hosts in class A is equal to 2 power 24 minus 2, which is 16777,214 hosts. So it can generate these many unique host addresses. Hence, it can support those many hosts in the particular network. So it can support around 167 1,77,214 host nodes by uniquely addressing them. In class B, the IP addresses are assigned to those networks which vary from small size to large size networks. Both network ID and host ID are 16 bits long, but out of network ID, the first two higher order bits, they are always set to 0, 1 to indicate that they belong to class B, and remaining 14 bits determine the network ID. So it can generate a total number of network IDs of 2 power 14, that is 16,384 unique network addresses can be generated in class B, and total number of hosts which can be addressed in class B is 2 power 16 minus 2, which is 65,534 host addresses. So this is suitable for a moderate network which has quite a good number of networks and quite a good number of hosts as well, where there is a balance between the number of networks and hosts supported. Class B addresses will be quite useful. In this video, you learned the concept of IP addressing in network layer and two types of address classes which are used in network addressing, that is class A and class B. Thank you.